For latest astrology videos, subscribe AstroEdify channel and press this bell icon to get notified when a new video goes live. Hello everybody, welcome to AstroEdify. Today we are going to discuss that what happens when Mars is in the sign of Virgo in anyone's horoscope. So let's start this video. If you want to book a consultation for yourself, you can go on this website. The link is given in the description. So today we are going to discuss about Mars in Virgo. See, what is Mars? Let's discuss that first. See, Mars is a fiery planet. It controls Mars and Sun together controls your bodily energy, vitality, physical strength, your stamina, dedication, willpower. Mars is your self-confidence. Represents firmness and boldness in attitude. Mars is a planet which represents tamasic energy. Okay, there are three different gunas in Vedic astrology. They are sattvic guna, rajasic guna and tamasic guna. Mars is the planet with the tamasic guna, so it controls that your anger and impulsiveness, which are a characteristic feature of that tamasic energy. So that anger and aggression and impulsiveness is seen through Mars. Then Mars also is a planet which controls adventure, and it is your courage, inherent courage, your boldness, your frankness is seen through Mars. Apart from this, Mars is a natural significator for lands, real estate, or brothers specifically. Then it is the lord of engineering and technology. So this is what Mars is. Okay, now what is the sign of Virgo? See, Virgo is actually the natural zodiac sign of the 6th house according to Kalpurush Kundali, and Virgo is ruled by Mercury. So it has the qualities of Mercury, and Mercury is exalted in Virgo. So Virgo has that Mercurian qualities, very good Mercurian qualities, so as to say. Okay, and apart from this, Virgo is an earth sign, so it has some stability also. So Virgo represents your intelligence, your sharpness, your quick wit, your learning capability, and your logic, reasoning power, calculative ability. Then your detail orientation, your analytical skills are seen through Virgo. Then Virgo also controls debts. Okay, debts. 6th house is the house of debts, so Virgo represent debts, any sort of loans. Virgo also represent medicine or diseases even, because 6th house naturally it is the zodiac sign of the 6th house. 6th house control debts, loans, diseases and medicine, all of these things. So Virgo also represents the same thing. It also controls research. Okay, so Virgo is a zodiac sign for research and perfection. Virgo is detail orientation. So where that analytical ability is there, where that detail orientation is there, automatically it will show perfection. Okay, so Virgo represents that. Virgo is the sign of criticism also, because whenever you are going to look anything into deep detail, you are going to find some flaws also. So if you are going to find some flaws, you are criticizing that also. So criticism is also seen through Virgo. Apart from this, Virgo also controls your nervous system. Whole nervous system is controlled by Virgo. It is the only zodiac sign which controls that. Then anything which is related to numbers is seen through Virgo. Mercury and Virgo, I said Mercury is exalted in Virgo, so Virgo has all those good qualities of Mercury. So intelligence, numbers, logic, all these things. High IQ also is seen through Virgo. So this is what Virgo is in Vedic astrology. Now when Mars is here in Virgo, what happens? Let's see that. And see, all the results which I am going to tell you, you have to keep one thing in mind. The basic precondition for all these results which I am going to tell you is that Mercury in your horoscope is good. If Mercury is badly placed, if it is debilitated, if it is not in good houses, if it is afflicted, if such situation is happening, if Mercury is becoming weak, then what will be the results? I will tell at the end of this video. But if Mercury is well placed, it is giving support to Mars, then what are the results? That we are going to look first. So here, when Mars is in Virgo, what happens? That it makes person quite logical, because Mars is the Karak planet, means natural significator of logic and calculation. So Mars controls logic. Virgo is also the same thing. So here it makes person quite logical, intelligent also. If Mercury is good, definitely the person is going to be quite intelligent. At the same time, quite calculative, analytical, very practical in nature. Mars and Virgo combination, very practical combination. So these people will talk on the basis of facts most of the time. They will not give unnecessary arguments. Okay, then so your logical and reasoning power is quite enhanced here. Apart from this, Mars and Virgo both control arguments. Sixth house is the house of arguments. Virgo represents the sixth house, so it represents arguments. Mars is the same thing. So here, argumentative ability is quite enhanced. If Mercury is good, these people will be very good debaters. They have that capability to argue only on the basis of facts, because Mercury is good means you have that intelligence, you are using your factual knowledge. So these people are quite good at arguments. But if Mercury is bad, what will happen? That they will criticize anything unnecessarily. They will not argue on the basis of facts. They will argue just for arguing, for the sake of arguing. This kind of negative trait can also be seen, because Mars is what? Mars is your Shadaripu. Shadaripu means six enemies, natural six enemies, which are actually being said in Vedas. So Mars controls that. And here unnecessary criticism, or you can say this negative quality, can be seen if Mercury is badly placed. If Mercury is well placed, then what will happen? That these people will actually show that what is lacking genuinely. Okay, they will not criticize, they will just point out that flaws in a particular thing for to make that particular thing more better. For genuine criticism is and constructive criticism is going to be there if Mercury is good. If Mercury is bad, then unnecessary criticism, they will find flaws even in the best possible thing. That is the problem here. So you have to see the placement of Mercury. If Mercury is good, definitely criticism will be there, because you are very detail oriented and you are quite focused towards perfection. So Mars is going to make you like that, but you are going to focus more on perfection. So you don't need any flaws to be there. You want that, okay, my thing should be squeaky clean. That is going to be there if Mars is here and Mercury is good. Okay, now apart from this, Virgo is an earth sign. So earth signs are quite stable. So here Mars is energy. Mars represents energy. So energy needs some balance. If energy is distorted, if it is imbalanced, then this is not good. Your energy should be having some proper path to channelize itself. So Mars gets that. But this will happen when it has the support of Mercury. Okay, so if it has, let's assume that it has the support of Mercury, and what will happen? Mars will become balanced. The energy will become balanced. Now the qualities of Mars, the good qualities of Mars in the person will shine. It will be very good. Mars is going to be quite good in exhibiting its qualities in the person's life. So what will happen? It will provide him quite good willpower, dedication, persistency. These people never ever leave anything in between. They will, even if they fail 100 times, innumerable times, they will finish that ultimately. They will never leave anything in between. This is a good quality which Mars gives here if Mercury is well placed. So these people always they are quite dedicated, and they are always very persistent in their goals. So until and unless they are not going to achieve that thing, they will try. Even if they require their whole lifetime, they will do that. This is such kind of quality that Mars gives here. So this is because here the fighting spirit of the person is very enhanced. Mars is your fighting spirit, Virgo is your fighting spirit. So fighting spirit is there in the person. He is quite dedicated, he has a strong willpower. So this is specifically seen in this placement. And also Mars is a planet which represents social life. And actually Mars, if it is well placed, most of the time it is seen that it makes person quite social. But here the case is reverse, because here it has the balance. And Virgo is not a social sign. Virgo is reclusive. So what happens? Reservedness is there in nature. These people will be quite reserved. They will be, even if they will have company, that company will be very, what you can say, intellectual in nature. So they find comfort in an intellectual company. not just for the sake of having friends. They will not do that. So this kind of nature Mars provides here to the people. Now next thing is that since Mars has that balance, so what will happen, that now the anger and aggression is going to be dignified. They will have that anger and aggression, but they will utilize that to continuously achieve what they want in life. Unnecessary anger is not going to be there. What Mars actually shows in if it is badly placed in various other signs, here it will not happen. So here that balance is there with Mars. So anger problems are not quite seen here until unless if Mars is totally afflicted or Mercury is totally bad. If that is happening, then that case is different, but most of the time it is not seen. Now the for it, this particular placement is also quite good for various professions. What are those professions? Mars, if it is in Virgo, it can show it can show various professions like being a mathematician, computer programmer or engineer, computer engineer specifically. Software engineers can be seen with this particular alignment. Then bankers, accountants, anything which is related to numbers is quite good. Any area which is related to numbers is quite good. Statisticians can be seen with this particular placement. Mercury must be good. That is the precondition. Now it also, Mars and Virgo both represent debts, your loans. So it can also show bankers, accountants, your people working in taxation departments, and at the same time people who are working in debt management, that can also be seen. Who are creditors can be seen with this particular alignment. Then people who are doing journalism, who are journalists, can be seen with this placement. And authors or advocates or lawyers can also be seen with this particular alignment of Mars. And apart from this, Virgo and Mars, Virgo is actually medicine also, so it can show doctors and pharmacists as well, chemists also. And at the same time it can also represent sports people who are in sports. So these are various kinds of professions which we can see with this just one particular alignment. You have to see other combinations also, and if Mars is here, it will favor any of these professions. Okay, so you have to see all the combinations happening all together, and if Mars is here, then these professions are quite good for the person. So these are the results that what Mars gives when it is in the zodiac sign of Virgo. Now the most important thing is that you have to see the condition of Mercury. It is very, very important. If Mercury support is not there to Mars, then Mars will become weak. It will lack that support. It will reduce its energy. That is the problem here. So Mars needs Mercury's support. So if Mercury is badly placed, it is debilitated, it is afflicted, it is in bad houses, not good in Navamsha either. So what will happen? Mars support to Mars is not there. Now the things which I have taught, the results which I have told you till now, they will change. What change will happen? If Mercury goes down, Mars is here in Virgo. First of all, learning capability will become weak. Now that intelligence will reduce somewhat. So here more efforts will be needed because loss of concentration can be seen. Curiosity at the, see, if Mercury is good, then person will be quite curious here. But if Mercury is bad, curiosity will be less. So loss of concentration could be there, confusion could be there in mind, and learning capability reduces. That are some problems. And if Mars is also afflicted, let's say, and Mercury is also bad, then what will happen? It can show various things. You have to see total combinations. I'm just telling the general description here. It can show accidents, injuries, any kind of injuries, or it can show blood disorders, blood problems, nervous system problems, nervous system disorders, anger problems, unnecessary anger, unnecessary criticism. People have that negative quality, that can be seen here. Urinary problems can be seen here. Muscle problems can be seen here. But you have to see all the combinations. Okay, now if Mars is here, Mercury is bad, and 6th house Lord or Mars is sitting in the 6th house, or Mercury is not good, what will happen? It can show that it can increase the loans, it can increase your debts. Anyhow, it can also show court cases, any sort of court cases. But you have to see all the combinations. Okay, don't judge by this single alignment that I have Mars in Virgo and I have such kind of placement, I can get some sort of negative result. Don't just go by this placement. You have to see whole horoscope in total. What is happening? Okay, I'm just giving you a general description. So if other combinations favor, then these results can happen. That is what I am telling you. Now these are some problems which you person can face if Mercury is not well placed. If Mercury is good, Mars is going to give the best possible results, and this is going to be a very very good placement. Best example could be Mr. Bill Gates. He has this particular combination, Mars and Mercury together in the fourth house in the sign of Virgo. Mercury exalted, full support of Mercury to Mars. So he has all the positive qualities of these. And this Mars in his chart, he has no debt problems on all these things. So you have to see how Mercury is placed. If Mercury is good, best possible results could be there. Now there are some nakshatras also. 3 nakshatras are there in Virgo zodiac sign. Depending on these nakshatras also, the results will vary. So the 3 nakshatras here are Uttar Phalguni, Hasta and Chitra. In Uttar Phalguni nakshatra, if Mars is in this nakshatra, what will happen? Sun influences be there, is going to be there. So here a strong willpower can be seen in the person. These people could be quite dedicated, persistent. They will never leave anything in between. They will complete that task. Goal orientation could be seen with this placement, and the anger problems could be less, until unless if Mercury is totally weak and afflicted, then we can see. But however, they are going to utilize that inherent energy on some positive thing. Now intelligence could be high, and what you can say, the self-confidence is also going to be good, because Sun and Mars both control your self-confidence. Willpower is going to be good. So in Uttar Phalguni nakshatra, Mars feels quite comfortable. Now next nakshatra is of Hasta. Hasta is ruled by moon. So what will happen here? It will make person quite logical, analytical, practical, and good reasoning power is going to be there. That intelligence is going to be there here. These people are very realistic in nature. They think and they do everything on the basis of facts, on the basis of reality. They don't have any sort of things like what you can say, they're thinking on the in just terms of fantasies. That is not going to be there. Specifically in this nakshatra, this can make person very very much detail oriented, and can give a perfectionist attitude to the person here. But the negative thing which we can see here is that unnecessary criticism. If Mercury is bad, that is seen a lot here. So this is what we can see. If professions are concerned, then anything which is related to numbers is good for this nakshatra, like bankers, accountant, taxation departments, even people who are in journalism or who are authors can also be seen with Hasta nakshatra. Then last nakshatra is Chitra. Here Mars is very you can say comfortable, because it is own nakshatra of Mars. So here that reservedness is somewhat reduced, because Mars feels quite social here. So it makes person somewhat social, however not very social, but still they will be. It enhances the creativity of the person, and curiosity will be quite enhanced. This nakshatra is quite favorable for working in both technological as well as artistic professions. However, if Mercury is not good, then it can show anger problems. This is what we can see with this particular alignment of Mars and Chitra. Okay, so these are some results what Mars gives when it is in the zodiac sign of Virgo. So if you are new to my channel, subscribe below for more. Check on my website and Facebook page. Otherwise, we will meet in the next video. Till then, goodbye and thank you.